power fantasy, a genre of anime that's never left out, no matter what season it is. Every year and every season, we get hundreds of power fantasy anime, but most of them are pretty trash with the same old janky concept and storyline. So you might be thinking, can power fantasy anime be actually good? Well, today I am here to answer that question, so sit back and relax, because here are the top 10 power fantasy anime that will give you the answer if they can actually be good or not. But before moving into the list, hit that subscribe button for upcoming reviews and recommendations that will answer your every question. With that out of the way, let's dive straight in. Number 10. Ragna Crimson. A revenge tale between the strongest species of dragons and a dragon hunter fueled by blinding rage. This one's a dark and brutal tale with intense battles and grim storytelling. The anime has a dark aesthetic. The overall storyline is decent, but the real highlight of this one is its action. If you love intense fights that give you that adrenaline rush, this one's a must-watch for you. Number 9. Clevitas. A new hidden gem where humanity fights for survival against godlike beings. The protagonist isn't just powerful, he's practically unstoppable. But that's not why this one's on this list. The anime is filled with heavy political drama, and the storyline is pretty engaging as it keeps blurring the line between a hero and a villain. It's a show where the protagonist's ideals are constantly tested. It's underrated, but pure hype. Number 8. Wistoria, Wand and Sword. Imagine being in a world where magic decides your worth, but you can't use any. That's the struggle for our main character, who instead relies on sheer skill with a sword to challenge the elite. It's a small treat for Black Clover fans since they haven't gotten a new season for so many years. And this isn't the only anime with this concept. There is another one on this list that does this job even better, so keep watching for that one. Moving back, the animation alone of this show is pretty high level compared to other power fantasy, but it doesn't just stop there. The battles are intense, and the storyline is also pretty good, which makes up for its couple of plot holes. Overall, pretty solid. Number 7. Saga of Tanya the Evil. This one flips the power fantasy into a twisted isekai warzone. Tanya may look like a little girl, but she's actually a ruthless salaryman reincarnated into a magical battlefield. Her cunning strategies and overpowered magical abilities make her kind of a terrifying protagonist. The show doesn't hold back on ruthlessness. Tanya's anger is conveyed pretty well throughout the show. With good choreographed battles, the show is a pretty fun watch. Number 6. Solo Leveling. Alright, I am sure anyone watching this video has at least heard of this anime once. It's the anime with a protagonist who aura farms his enemies into oblivion. Okay, keeping all the jokes aside, Solo Leveling is a pretty good representation of this genre. Yes, after the first few episodes, the stakes don't feel that real, and the storyline isn't some peak fiction. But that is not why you watch this show. This is shown by power fantasy fans for power fantasy fans. Every battle sequence is just pure bliss to the eyes with insane animation. And if that wasn't enough, we have Sung Jin-woo aura farming. Number 5. The Eminence in Shadow. What happens when an anime knows exactly what it is doing and embraces the flaws of its genre? You get The Eminence in Shadow, a parody of isekai power fantasies that makes fun of its own concept. The show rarely takes itself seriously, but when it does, it is unmatched. It is a show that knows what it's doing. From hardcore action to hilarious humor, this one has it all. If you have already watched a ton of power fantasy, this one will be an even better watch. Number 4. I Was Reincarnated as the Seventh Prince. A classic power fantasy to its core. This series leans hard into pure magical domination. The protagonist is reborn into royalty with insane magical talent, and he experiments with spells that bend reality itself. It's flashy, over the top, and exactly what power fantasy fans crave. But it doesn't stop there. The characters of the show are very well written, and even every villain is well written. Their motives feel genuine, and their struggles feel real. And don't be fooled by the cute art style. It's way darker than you think. Number 3. Mashle. Magic and Muscles. Remember when I said Wistoria wasn't alone on this list? This one has a similar concept to that, except it can do everything Wisteria does, but even better. In a world ruled by magic, Mash was born without any, but he doesn't care. Instead, he trains his body so much that he can punch through spells, wizards, and even fate itself. Think of it as Harry Potter meets One Punch Man. It's hilarious, hype, and packed with pure muscle power. Number 2. Tsukimichi, Moonlit Fantasy. Well, now this might be a pretty high spot for this show, but I personally think it still doesn't have the recognition it deserves. Betrayed by a goddess and abandoned in a strange world, Makoto gains overwhelming powers that let him build his own domain and rise above the gods themselves. What makes it shine is the mix of humor, creativity, and sheer dominance. It's an underrated masterpiece of power fantasy, with its deep storyline and world building. Speaking of world building, we have at number 1, That Time I Got Reincarnated as a Slime. I really tried to make this a list of more lesser-known or newer power fantasy, but I just had to put Slime on this list. The defining face of the power fantasy genre that almost everyone has heard about. The best power fantasy that has world building, storytelling, character development, hardcore action, you name it. It is pretty well known for its political drama and insane fights, but the one thing I would highlight about it is the sheer hype it builds, and the anticipation is just unreal. If you still haven't watched it, what are you doing? Just go and watch it. Well, that's all. Thanks for watching till the end, and I also like to say thank you to everyone who subscribed, as we just reached 100 subs. I am truly grateful for this support from you guys, and I hope we can keep moving forward just like this. If you had fun watching, like the video, subscribe to the channel if you are new, and comment down below if I missed any hidden gems in this list. Until then, see you next time. Peace.